What is up, guys? I hope we're doing well. I've been a little bit under the weather, and that is why I have not been able to post these past couple of days. My voice, as you can hear it, is a little bit not where it needs to be, but it doesn't matter, guys, because we are back and we're here to talk about football. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. All right, guys. So, starting off, Manchester United are looking to really push heavy, push heavy for Aurelian Tchouameni. All right. So, as we all know, Casemiro did leave this end of season, and he will be joined Inter Miami. So, they are heavily keeping an eye on Aurelian Tchouameni's situation currently with Real Madrid. It looks like they are willing to spend close to $100 million for the player. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Staying with the Real Madrid conversation, Vinicius Jr. is still yet to accept his contract extension negotiations. As we already know, this has been an ongoing thing, and it looks like now that the World Cup is done for Brazil, they're going to try to make something happen here. He does not have either a financial agreement or like an extension agreement set. It has been heavily hinted that he wants to make the same amount of money that Kylian Mbappe is currently making. It's a crazy, crazy thing to ask for, especially knowing how much they had to go pay Kylian Mbappe. But I do think that Vini deserves it after everything he has done for his team. He has given them 2 Champions Leagues. So I think that it's definitely deserved. Fiorentino Perez does not want to wait any longer. If he waits until 2027, there is a chance that Vini could leave for free. So they want to go ahead and get this done as soon as possible. And if it doesn't, then they're going to try to sell him and make a profit out of him. So we'll see how that goes. It's an ongoing thing. It's been ongoing for close to a year now. So now that the World Cup is over, we'll see what happens, okay? All right, so as reported a couple of days back, or maybe a week back now, Tottenham have officially confirmed the purchase of Tonali from Newcastle. They actually have completed a record purchase of $100 million. This is a lot of money we're talking about so far in this transfer market, guys, just for one player. They also did get Mateus Fernandez recently, so they're definitely looking to bolster this team, especially after the horrendous season they had last season. Okay. Dang E Lee will also be Atletico's newest player. Per Fabrizio Romano, they have already come to verbal terms between the club and the player, and it's very likely that they will make a purchase for him for close to $40 million. Okay. Following up, Felipe Luis, the ex-coach and ex-player, I think, yeah, ex-coach and ex-player over there in Brazil. He is officially the new coach of AS Monaco, and he will be the coach of this team all the way to 2028. Okay. Following up, guys, as we had previously reported, Al Hilal were looking to bring back João Cancelo and give basically, just do a test and see if they wanted it. But it looks like it's not going to really matter because Barcelona has completed a full purchase of him. They liked him and what he brought in that second half of the season last season, and they have decided to fully purchase him and bring him in. Okay. Bart Bergen, who is the goalie for Brighton, as well as the goalie for the Netherlands in this past tournament. He looks like he will be in the main running list to take over the position of Thibaut Courtois whenever he retires or decides to leave Madrid. Now, you guys know his contract is up in 2027. We don't know if he is going to, renew his contract, but he is a player at the age of over 30, which, if you guys have been keeping up with what Real Madrid have been doing, after a certain age they only offer a year-by-year contract extension. So it looks like he is going to be the main guy in the list to replace Courtois, but it looks like Bayern Munich and PSG are also interested in the player. Okay. Keeping the conversation going about Real Madrid, Real Betis have started conversations with with Madrid over Fran Garcia. It looks like the Fran Garcia is valued close to the $10 million range, but it looks like that still might be a little bit too high for Real Betis, so they're still in conversations, etc., negotiations. Okay, excuse me for a second. Apologize, guys. So if you guys have been keeping up with what has been going on in the news, Celeste Amarilla is a politician in Paraguay. She made some very racist remarks towards Kylian Mbappe after the France versus Paraguay game. Okay, so there's a possibility that she could be end up in jail. The France delegates have started an investigation towards her and her remarks. So it is reported, of course. I don't think it's likely that it will happen, but if she does go to jail, she could go up to jail up to a year. Um, and it looks like both FIFA and UEFA are backing up Kylian Mbappe in this situation. It's been a little bit of back and forth. She said something very offensive, which I'm not going to repeat here. And Kylian Mbappe did respond to her, as well as the France nationals got involved, and this has become a situation that is just ongoing, right? I think that she was wrong for what she said. So I think that there's going to be a strange political situation going on, but we'll see how what comes out of it. I know that even Real Madrid made a very strong a point to today. They made a post as well, denouncing everything that she had said. So yes, Celeste Amarilla, there's no room for racism, which, by the way, is something that another person has been dealing with in this tournament so far. I'm sure everybody knows the famous streamer I Show Speed. So during his game of Argentina versus Capo Verde, and also today against Egypt, he has faced a lot of racist remarks. Okay, in the game of Capo Verde, he was live, and it was shown that there was a fan that basically told him he needs to go watch the game in the zoo. I'm sure you guys can understand what that lady was referring to. And today there was a man that kept pointing at him and making body gestures mimicking a gorilla. So FIFA are investigating these acts. They condemn any racist acts and remarks done towards him, and they are looking to see who are the people that were involved in the situation, and looking to make a change or something about it. Okay. Following up, guys, Alvaro Arbeloa, Real Madrid's substitute teacher, basically coach this past season. He will be the new coach of Fulham, and he will be them for 3 seasons. Ironically, his first game is going to be against Chelsea and Xavi Alonso. We'll see how that goes, right? And one last thing, it has been reported that several Norway players have caught a cold. They have the sniffles, they have headaches. We can only hope that whatever they are going through will be done by the time that they have to play. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about the World Cup, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about what happened yesterday as well, or 2 days ago, depending on whenever this video comes out. Just to give you a quick little get caught up. Obviously, I'm not going to try to do all these past couple days that I have not been able to talk to you guys, but I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. Okay, so España do eliminate Portugal. Okay, it was Ronaldo's official last World Cup game. He has not stated that he will be retiring from the national team yet, or if he will, but due to this win, España will be going against Belgium in the next round. Roberto Martinez will also be leaving the Portugal national team as their coach. I think that this was a very back and forth game, but truly once Nuno Mendes got injured, they were not able to contain that attacking left side from Lamine Yamal. I think that after that, it was a done deal for them. And, they did everything they could to hold them back, but it only takes one time. And unfortunately, for Portugal, they lost today, and Spain move on. So yeah, let's keep going. USA versus Belgium. This was a very controversial match, especially because I'm sure you guys already know what happened. Ironically, the trump card, right? I think that what was done is honestly is a disgrace to the game. I mean, Balogun did have a red card, and you can't just suspend one like that during the World Cup. And I know what people are saying. They're saying like, but what about Ronaldo's, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Look, guys, this is it. We're talking about the quarterfinals, right? Like, no, we're talking about what team is going to go to the quarterfinals. This is, look, I think that enough famous players have come out and denounced the acts done to really continue talking about it, but clearly it did not matter. Okay, I think that USA had nothing to do in this game. They chose the worst game to have their worst game, right? It was abysmal defending. The goalie was a mess. Tim Rain was a mess. I think that the only player to really talk about and the standout player has to be Tillman. I mean, a second free kick. Mind you, it did deflect off the player, but, I think that so far in the tournament, he's been the player to really take in consideration. In the last goal that Lukaku did score, he celebrated it just like Trump doing the little Trump dance, mocking the situation, I honestly. And one last thing to note was the injury that Onana did suffer. It was a horrible leg injury, and he will be out for 8 months. Whenever Lukaku scored, he held up the jersey of his fallen player, okay? So now let's talk about the games that happened today. Of course, we're going to talk about the first one and probably the most controversial one, guys. Egypt versus Argentina. Egypt really controlled the majority of this game. There were definitely some shots that Argentina were able to get shot at, but the goalie was really becoming the star of this game. They got a 2-0 lead, and it took Argentina up to 79 minutes to score off of a cross from Lionel Messi to Cuti Romero. And only, I think, 5 minutes or 6 minutes after that, Messi scored the tying goal. In the last couple minutes, there was a fast break, very controversial fast break, that led to a cross to Enzo Fernandez for him to hit the header and go and give Argentina the win. If I'm being honest, guys, this felt a little bit like robbery. I think that the playwright is starting to show. We already know that Infantino is a fan, and basically is begging for Messi to win. Argentina to win this World Cup. He gets upset whenever other teams score in Argentina and celebrates proudly whenever Argentina scores. I think that the plot is thickening. I mean, Egypt could have had 3 goals, and one of the goals got disallowed. And when you really look back at the replay, guys, like, you're gonna take away a goal, but then whenever there's a penalty opportunity for Mohamed Salah in the last play, and you see that you reviewed VAR, that's not, so you can take away a goal, that's cool, but to give an opportunity to score a goal, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I think that there were a lot of fouls called on Egypt in the second half, very questionable fouls. It just looked like there was a target set on this Egyptian team. And even the coach, the Egyptian coach, had made a very clear statement that the game was rigged. All right, he made an official claim. Even the Egyptian national team made an official claim against FIFA, and they have requested there to be an investigation towards the referee. There was a lot of issues already before the game started about this referee because he was a French referee, and everybody was complaining because of the rivalry that is between France and Argentina based on the last World Cup final. Mind you, by the way, France, whenever they play next, they are 3 out of the 4 referees are gonna be Argentinian. Whatever, right? Yeah, man. I unfortunately, I don't have much more to say about this, man. I think that one, Argentina have on paper been given some of the easiest games in the tournament. I'm not gonna use that as an excuse to downplay everything that Messi has done, because he has scored goals. He's in the head of the goal scoring in this tournament. I'm not gonna downplay that, but when you really sit down and watch everything that's going on, it's questionable. It's very questionable, but I'm going to leave it at that, because I guess we'll never know. Messi and Argentina moved through. Congratulations to the team, and we are looking forward to see how that game goes on for them. All right, but before we get on about what are the next games, Switzerland does go against Colombia. Switzerland did go against Colombia, and surprisingly to me, Colombia lost in penalties. All right, I must be blind, because to me, Colombia had one of the better attacking teams in the tournament. But turns out, statistically speaking, they've only scored 2 out of their last 74 shots on goal, and that is an issue, especially when you look at today where they couldn't score against Switzerland. Davidson Sanchez hit the top bar in the penalty, and then Cucho Hernandez got his shot stopped. Shouts out to the Switzerland goalie, by the way. But Akanji was the only Swiss player to miss. Goodbye. I'm sorry, Colombia. Y'all. What's going on, bro? That's crazy. I'm glad that my bracket was messed up a long time ago, because this is crazy to see everything that's transpiring, man. But yes, unfortunate for Colombia, they were eliminated. Now Switzerland will be going on. Excuse me, guys. Will be going on against Argentina. Will they give them so far every single team, regardless of the rankings or how easy it looks for Argentina to play, they have given Argentina the biggest battle. Capo Verde fought to the very end. Egypt today fought to the very end. So we will see how this Switzerland versus Argentina game goes. Okay. Besides that, we are officially in the last 8 games. So like I mentioned, Argentina versus Switzerland. We have Norway versus England. We have España versus Belgium, and then we have France versus Morocco, which I personally think the France versus Morocco game is going to be the game to really watch. We're excited for that one. But today or tomorrow, depending on whenever this video comes out, we do not have a game listed. Unfortunate, but we are excited to be back. As you guys, I'm sorry once again. I'm a little, like I mentioned, I'm a little under the weather. It's been a little rough out here, but glad to be back and glad to talk about this game and what we all love. Right. So it's been your boy Jerson. Peace.